Hello nail friends, I am back. I am going to do a full video today. I've been doing more reels lately, but I know some of you like the little slower pace. So I'm going to try this both ways, doing a reel and a vid to just try and meet everyone's needs. So I had posted in the group and asked if anybody kind of wanted to see how this really cool ombre was done. So that's what we're going to work on today. I'm using 3 Bling colors. So the lightest is Mocha Cream, the middle shade is Taupe, and the darkest shade is Barista. So these are all gel polishes from Bling Galleria. I will also be using, I already used her clear gel base coat, and then I will be using one of the metallic foils from her metallic foil set, this beautiful kind of rose gold holographic foil, and then I'll be using either the diamond top coat or the Russian matte, depending on the finish for the nail. So to get started, I would say if you are doing these on your natural nail, I would definitely put that latex barrier around because it is a little bit messy and you don't want to get gel products on your skin because that can lead to allergies no matter how clean they are. And we all know Bling has some of the cleanest products around. They are HEMA, HPMA, TPO, IPOA, all the things they're free of. But basically to do this mani, you're going to start with one color at a time. So I'm going to start with my darkest color. I'm going to paint a strip of it on my nail, same as on a natural nail. I'm not necessarily going all the way to the edges. I don't want to flood it. I am going to be doing blending with a makeup sponge in just a minute. So I just want to get some on here. I am going to be doing 3 coats, 3 layers. So it's not super vital that I get thick coverage. In fact, it looks better if I kind of blend and do multiple layers. So I have some polish on here, and then I'm going to be taking a makeup brush and, a makeup sponge, and just blending this together. So you could use a smaller sponge. I've had pretty good luck doing a triple ombre with this kind of full-size sponge and just blending it with this. You can tell I did the other 2 nails with this exact same one. So I'm just going to dab, and I'm kind of using an edge of it. If you can kind of see, I'm not going flat. I'm kind of using an edge and blending, and this would help on your natural nail too because you're not going to necessarily get all over your skin. I'm just going to the edge, kind of working my way up and down a little, kind of flipping to my other edge, and just kind of spreading this out over the nail. Up and down a little bit because I don't want it to be a real thick line. I want those really blended together. So you can tell a lot of that polish came off on my sponge, and that's totally okay. I'm going to stick it in the lamp to cure for a minute. You're always better off doing 3 thinner layers than doing layers that are really thick. They cure better. So I'm going to go in and do my next one. While that's curing, add some polish, add the medium color, add the darker color, the lightest color. Ooh. I got a little bit on my brush, so I'm just going to wipe it off. I have a lint-free cloth over there. I just dabbed it on to get that extra dark color off because I don't want it to mix in. And I'm just going in and dabbing it around, kind of spreading it gently toward the edge. The nice thing about the gel is it's not going to harden or set until I cure it, so I can play with it, really get them blended nicely. It's okay if it's kind of clear through there. If a little bit of the color you don't want is in an area, it's totally okay. All right, so I'm going to pop this one in the lamp, and the other one is done. Just curing those for 1 minute. On the second coat, I'm going to go in and do it the other way. So I started with the dark color the first time, so this time I'm going to go in with the lightest color and apply that first. And then the middle color. then a little of that darkest color right back here. And then the same process, same sponge, same dabbing, and I'm just going to dab it over. Don't want to get too much liquid over on the side. So just gently put it over, kind of dab up and down to get that good blending in. And there we go. Just back and forth, up and down. You don't want there to be a real noticeable line, so that's why the kind of that up and down motion really helps, because you're really kind of bleeding those colors into each other a bit. And then that will go in that lamp to cure again for 1 minute. And I will pull out the other one. So this is that second nail I did. So I'm going to do the same thing here. Lightest color, medium color, darkest color, and then blend. I did not get that on the nail stand very solidly, so I'm just going to tack that there a sec. All right. And blend those. So if you are newer to my channel, I am just a DIYer. I love doing my nails. I use only Bling products because I do have a gel sensitivity. So every so often I do try out some artistic techniques and try to share them with people just because I like easy nail art. And if I can do it, pretty much anyone can do it. Oops, losing my tip. Let's fix that. So I will pop on and share what I do, but I am not a nail expert by any means, simply a nail enthusiast. So if you have any questions, please do your own research. This is just what works for me. So that's that second coat. This is the first nail I did, so it has 2 coats and is cured. I'm going to go back in, and this time I'll start with that middle color. And then I'm going to go in with the darkest color. And whoops, I'm making a mess. And then we'll go in with this lightest color here. Okay. If you were doing this on your naked nails on your hand, I would probably flash cure, do 1 nail, do a flash cure, do a second nail, do the flash cure, just to set it in place before doing a final cure, like after I had done all of my nails. I pretty much strictly do press-ons now because I do change my nails so often that I was damaging them, popping them on and off so frequently. I usually do 2 to 4 manis a week, and it was just too hard on my nails trying to either file off or soak off, or I've tried pretty much every way you can think of, file down to builder gel or rubber base, and for me this is just the easiest. I can apply them with tabs, wear them for, I mean, sometimes I just wear them for a couple of hours if I'm taking pics or going to dinner or something. This one's going in the lamp. That's that 3rd coat. But it just gives me more flexibility. I also, this unfortunately is just a hobby. I also work in education full time and my schedule gets really crazy. So a lot of times I might only have 15 minutes here or there to work on nails. So it might take me 4 or 5, sometimes a week, to even get a whole set done. So this allows me just to kind of do nails as I have time, and then apply them. So if I have a couple hours, I might get a couple of sets done ahead. And sometimes I don't even get through a whole set in a week. Just depends on what's going on. So for me, the press-ons work. I do use tabs to apply them. And I can get, like I said, up to a week of wear. Oh, goodness. That's not fun. Okay, let me fix this and I'll come back to you in just a sec. Sorry about that. I had to get it re-adhered to that stand. It was being a little bit of a stinker. So there's that third coat of this nail. But like I said, I would do my nails every day if I could. But we all do what we can. All right, so this is the first nail that I started with. It has 3 coats, but it still seems a little thin to me. I'm actually going to go in with a 4th coat. Like I say, I did do pretty thin layers because I did not want things to run. And honestly, these gels are so easy to work with that you are, in my opinion, better off going with thinner and really blending them well, and you can go to the opacity that you want. So I'm going to do one more layer. So this is the 4th layer of color, just blending it together. Also, if I did less blending, it would be more opaque. But I do like my ombres to be super blended in. Although when we go in and apply that, if you notice, I was kind of blending that lighter color up a little bit, tilting my sponge there and blending it into that middle color, and then tilting it back down. And now I'm going to cure this one. Okay, and here is the second nail. I'll do the same thing. Go in with one more coat of each, just to get that opacity that I'm looking for. You could do this with any colors. I actually did it with more of a sunset colors as well with the gold foil, and I haven't gotten that one on or posted yet because I got busy and sidetracked with all things Christmas and holiday and New Year's, so it's been a little bit hectic. All right. It is on the stand. So I'm going to go ahead, pop this one in. This is its 4th coat. Cure it for a minute. All right, so we're back. This is the first nail. So it has 4 layers, ombre together. Beautiful progression from lighter to darker. So now I'm going to go in and use this gorgeous rose gold foil. Typically when I do transfer foils, I would apply the transfer foil gel, cure, and then do this. But I don't need it to stick everywhere, right? I'm only looking for some accent adhesion here. So I'm just going to go in straight on this cured gel, which does have that sticky layer still on it, and I'm just going to go in and touch the transfer foil to where I want it to stick. So I'm just going to touch it here, kind of push with my thumb, and you'll see it just kind of adheres. It doesn't adhere as solidly as if I was using transfer gel, which is okay because that's kind of the look I want. I'm just going to go in and touch it and lift. The more I press, the more gel, or the more foil comes off on the gel. So I'm just going to go in and spot press and lift. And that's it. That is all I need to do to apply that foil. So you could probably get away with just going in with your top coat here, but because the dispersion layer has been covered by the foil there, I do want my top coat to really adhere. So I am going to go in with another coat of base gel just to make sure. I've never had any trouble with the diamond top coat and adhering. It is by far my favorite top coat. I don't know. I love the strong top coat too, and I honestly can't tell you why I love the diamond top coat more. It just, I don't know. Something about it just, I love it. So I am going to do that layer of base coat first though, just to make sure it adheres super well, because I am going to wear these for a week. I adore them. So I'm going to do that layer of base and cure it. The second nail is ready to go, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come in with this same little piece of foil that I cut. You get a nice long piece of each of these colors in the metallic foil set. I'm just using little pieces. You could use this for so many manis. If you happen to have a spot you didn't like on the transition, you could certainly apply the foil to that area. This came out pretty smoothly, so I don't have anything specific that I need to cover. So I'm just kind of going in randomly and touching and picking little parts off. So just kind of going in, pressing. This is that one that doesn't want to stay on the stand. And pressing and lifting. And just getting it to apply just how you want it. And popping that one in for a minute. Actually, base coating and then popping it in for a minute. If you have not tried Bling's base and top coats yet, they are vital to every mani that I do. They are amazing. If you are doing things on your natural nail, you could certainly use the rubber gel for a little bit of extra thickness and protection and file down to that, or your builder gel. But for me, since I'm doing tips, I just use the regular gel base. For this nail, I'm going to use the diamond top coat, which, like I said, is my favorite top coat. So I'm just going to go in over that cured, oops, got a little too much on my brush. Go in over that cured base coat. So luscious. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, shiny top coat. Cap my edge a little. Beautiful. Put that in the lamp for a 1 minute cure. And now for this one, I'm going to go in actually with that Russian matte top coat, kind of like an accent nail, I think. I'm not sure. I might switch any of these over. The nice thing about the top coats is you could absolutely switch one. So if I decide I want to go all diamond top, I could just go in with a layer of diamond over the matte. If I decided I wanted to go in with matte, I could go in with a layer of the matte over the diamond. These top coats play really nicely with each other. I'm just getting a nice, smooth, even finish on this matte top coat. I will say that Bling's Russian matte is the only matte I have ever had any success with. It is so easy to use, and it looks so shiny now, but just wait until it cures. Here is the finished diamond top coat nail. Look how beautiful that is. Gorgeous transition, super easy to do. That holographic rose gold foil is just gorgeous. It turned out so good. So much better. Here is a nail I actually played with when I first got this idea. It was before the metallic transfer foils came out, so I just used random gold foils that I had, just like loose foil. It's like these that come in the little jars. And it did not turn out anywhere near as well as using the transfer foil. I highly recommend, if you're doing nail art like this, that you get the box of transfer foils. They are so good. Here was the other nail I was talking about that I had done in the beginning. Once again, I used those loose foils. I'm going to have to probably redo this using the transfer foils because they are so good. But doesn't that look like a sunset? Just gorgeous. These three colors were terracotta. The medium one was sweet heat, and mink was that darkest. So those are just another stunning, stunning set using that triple ombre. It would be fun for Valentine's Day. You could do a white, pink, red, or shades of red, like so many cool things. These are also from that same transfer foil set. This is one transfer foil with all these different looks. So gorgeous. I did an application reel for this one a while back, so if you're interested, you can check the Facebook group or my Instagram or YouTube. But final nail, Russian matte top coat for the win. Look at that. Perfectly beautiful matte nail. No streaks, no problems, just a gorgeous application. I'm going to do a reel for this one, so if you like the little short quick tutorial instructions on screen, look for that. But here is this whole set. I'll snap a pic of the completed set and when I get them on, and get this all out really soon. So if you have any questions, please drop them below. Like I said, I'm not a YouTuber, but if you are interested in more nail art, it's your relaxation while you're folding laundry or doing dishes, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Have a great one.